video, you guys, we're gonna have a little couch combo, and we're gonna talk about just the getting older blues. You know, this coming birthday of mine in December, not coming up right away, but this December I will be 35 years old. Oh my gosh. So I will admit that some months ago I had some really hard moments where I was thinking about turning 35, and you know, I felt to myself, it was such a spirit of, I don't want to say depression, but it was just like a grieving type of spirit came over me, and I was just like, man, I'm about to be 35 years old and I have not nearly accomplished as much as I wanted to accomplish. And it was just this heavy feeling came over me, and it kind of stayed with me for a few months. And finally, I'd say maybe a month or two ago, I just had to release it, and I thank God for helping me get through that, because it was a really hard moment for me. It was a really heavy spirit that was on me about getting older. And I thought it would be a great video to make, to just and to see, you know, if you all, my viewers, have ever felt that way with turning a certain age, whether it be 35 or 40 or 50, you know, however old you are, and just feeling like, man, I have not accomplished as much as I wanted to accomplish, and you know, I'm getting older, you know, I'm not going to be considered young anymore, you know, all the things. So I just thought it would be a good conversation to have with you guys, and just to see, pick your brains and see how, you know, how can people deal with those thoughts of feeling like inadequate at their age, like they haven't really done a whole lot. Another situation that really piqued my interest in this topic was, there's a girl that I love to, one of my favorite influencers, Gabe Flowers, Raider from the Gay Babe TV. I watch her very often, and she recently turned 40 years old. And in one of her latest vlogs, she was describing pretty much what I just said, and I was like, oh my gosh, she feels, I get it, I like totally get it. And she just went about talking about how, you know, turning 40, she felt like she should be happy and, you know, celebrating, this is her birthday, but she felt very indifferent, like she just didn't know how to really put it into words. But she really did explain exactly how she felt. She was just like, she felt like she wouldn't be considered, you know, young anymore, or it wasn't so much for her as reaching a specific goal or anything for her, as much as it was just really realizing she's into her grown-up age now. Like, when you say 40, I don't think people look at it as an old age, but like, you're not really the young kid on the block anymore, you know? And so I just really understood what she meant by that. And so I think society puts a lot of pressure on us sometimes, especially us millennials that are getting older. You know, society just puts so much pressure on you. Everybody, it's not just us, but I'm speaking from my generation. I was born in '87, you know, so it's just like, gosh, I'm about to be 35. I don't have my children. I don't have, you know, I'm not in the house, my dream house yet, and you know, all the things I'm thinking about what I have not done. And it can be overwhelming when you just think about it like that, versus, you know, realizing all the blessings that God has given you. Like, I think about those kids in Uvalde, Texas, that lost their lives in the 4th grade. Like, they didn't even have a chance to graduate high school. And so it's just like, how selfish of me to feel like I ain't even did nothing. Oh God, he didn't give me this. You know what? It's a blessing to still be here. It's a blessing to be alive. It's a blessing to wake up every day and make it through the day, go run an errand, and come back home. Because some people don't, that doesn't happen for everybody every day. So it's just like, you know, I had to think about it in a different way. I had to change my mindset. I had to renew my mind. And I feel like the Lord helped me with that, because it was really becoming like a burden to me. Like, just like, I did nothing with my life, and I know I have. But it's just the enemy when it just want to play those tricks in your head. But back to the society thing, I just think that, you know, society put those pressures on us to, like, you know, by the time you graduate college, you need to already figure out who's going to be your husband. You need to be married by 30. You need to have your first baby by 31. You need to have this, you need to have that. You need to have a 6-figure salary, like all those things. And sometimes life just doesn't happen like that for everybody. So it's just like, who even put that in place? Like, who even said that you're supposed to have this and that and the other? Nope. Nobody has said that, nothing but society. And So it's just like, do you subscribe to what society wants or the pressure that society puts on you, or do you just do life the way God has intended for you to do? You walk in his plan, you walk in his will, and whatever's supposed to happen will happen. And so it took me a minute to like restructure the way I was thinking, because I think I had actually allowed, you know, social media and everything to get to me, because, you know, you see your friends and your family members excelling in certain areas of your life where you feel like, I only have half of what you got. Like, you start comparing yourself and thinking, you know, this is what you should have already accomplished, and nothing's happening. So it really took me a minute to just kind of dig through and comb through some of those negative thoughts and just realize, no, your life, where you are right now, is exactly where you're supposed to be. Where you are has not caught God by surprise. He's not looking at me like, oh, Misha, I knew you was gonna be right there. I meant for you to be over here. You a little behind. No, nothing has caught God by surprise. And I'm preaching to myself as well. I always say that because I love to do these videos where I can encourage you, but I'm really encouraging myself as well. So it's one of those things where you have to trust God. You have to trust that the plan he has for you is good, because his word says that. And all things will work together for our good, and God has the perfect plan for us. We have to choose to believe that. There's the scripture I want to share with you all, and then I'm gonna let you go. But it comes from Job 12:12, and it says, wisdom belongs to the aged, and understanding to the old. And when I came across this scripture, to me it further confirmed, you know, my mindset of, you know, aging is a blessing, because wisdom belongs to the aged. I want to be wise. We should always be wise. And understanding to the old. I don't ever want to get, if I'm 50 years old and I still have the same mindset as I do at 34, something wrong. You know what I mean? So it's a blessing to me. I feel like this verse confirms that getting older is a blessing. And although it may not feel great physically, you know, sometimes mentally it may not feel great, but it is a blessing, because that is where we come to have an even deeper understanding about life and all the things that we've ever wondered about, and understanding our relationship with Christ. Like, you know, like I said, I don't want to be 50 years old and still where I am now. I feel like I'm in a good spot, but I have a lot to learn and grow in certain ways. And so I don't want to be in this same spot when I get older. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. If you all have ever felt this way about turning another age or getting older, and you felt some kind of grief about it or some kind of way about it, leave that in the comments below, and let's talk about it. Let's see what other challenges or opinions you can share with us about this. So, but I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. You know that I love to encourage, inspire, and uplift, and I thank you for spending a moment with Amesha. Bye.